Hi Hedgehogs, I hope you've enjoyed today's part of the Stickman story. Poor Stickman isn't having a very good time in the story at the moment, is he? At the moment, he's lay down, frozen and cold in the snow. Can you remember all of the things that have happened to Stickman so far in the story? Press pause and try and make a list on your fingers of all the things that have happened to Stickman so far in the story, and then come back to me. So lots of things have happened to Stickman so far in the story, haven't they? First of all, he woke up early and he went for a jog, and then he got used as a stick for a dog, and then after that he was a poo stick and he was thrown into a river for a race, and he ended up forming part of a swan's nest, didn't he? And then when he finally got free, he drifted out to sea, but he washed up on the shore of the beach, and their dad found him and used him as a mast for a flag on a sandcastle, didn't he? And then we found out about some more things that Stickman had used for, like a hook for a bag, or a sword for a knight, or a pen, or a bat, or a boomerang. And now the weather's turned colder. Stickman has been out of the family tree for so long that the seasons have changed, and it's turned to winter, hasn't it? And he's lay down, asleep in the snow. Now lots and lots of things have happened to Stickman, so he's probably feeling lots of different emotions. Those are our feelings inside, isn't he? And we are getting really good at describing how characters and people might feel, and using words that are better than happy or sad, that give us a little bit more of an explanation about how people might feel. So I want you to think about all the things that have happened to Stickman so far in the story and how that would make you feel if you were Stickman. So press pause on me now and try and come up with some different words to describe how Stickman might be feeling. Okay, I bet you've come up with some really good words to describe how Stickman might feel. Now I'm going to show you some of the words that I think would best describe how Stickman feels. I'm going to explain why I think he feels each of those emotions. So the first one I think I'm going to say is the word lonely. Lonely. So I'm going to write that in one of my feelings hearts. And I think that Stickman would feel lonely because he's away from his family and he's been lost, and that can be quite frightening. And when you do all those things on your own, it could make you feel lonely. So the next emotion that I think Stickman might feel is afraid. Afraid. So I'm going to write afraid in one of my feelings hearts. I think he's afraid because bad things keep happening to him, and some of them might be quite scary, and all he wants to do is go home. So I think he might feel afraid as well. Another emotion that I think Stickman might feel is quite worried. I think he might be worrying about his sick lady love and his stick children 3 because he's not been with them to help look after them. So I think Stickman might feel worried. And the last emotion that I think he might feel is a long one. I think that Stickman might feel exhausted. I think he might be exhausted, which is another word for tired, but it's like being really, really tired because so many things have happened to Stickman. He's been used for so many different things. I think now he would feel exhausted. So I think he might feel lonely, afraid, worried, and exhausted. Those are lots of emotions for Stickman to feel. I think he needs some help, doesn't he? So now press pause and go and have a look at today's activity on your Google Classroom. You are going to make a Stickman asleep in the snow and tell an adult all of those different feelings words you've been thinking about, and then you're going to see if an adult can write them down around your picture and send them to me for me to have a look at. Enjoy!